5PMNation.com.
Here's something that I heard them talking about on the morning show. And this is another fun thing. We will get to more serious topics, I promise, as the immigration border wall shutdown thing continues. But I saw this and I was fascinated by it. But I also have kind of a semi-serious question about this. Okay, so this is from Newsweek.com. This just happened today. This is sort of breaking news. California police hunt doorbell licker caught on video tonguing button at family home for 3 hours. There's a video on here. It says, what does it say? Let me back this up. The video contains content that some viewers may find disturbing. I don't know if there's any audio in this worth hearing. Let me pull this up. I didn't get a chance to pre-listen to this. Let's see. It's from the Newsweek site, but now it's just showing.
Stop. Yo, stop. You should slam one in your head right now.
It's hard to hear, so we won't bother with the video, but it looks like it's somebody calling 911 on the guy. It sounds like the 911 call. All right, it says here, police in California are hunting for a suspect named Roberto Daniel Arroyo after he was allegedly caught on a surveillance camera licking the doorbell of a family home for 3 hours before disappearing into the night. The 33-year-old suspect, you know what he should have done? Before I go any further with this, and this is what I would suggest, if Roberto Daniel Arroyo happens to be listening to this, I know he's in California, but he could be listening online. Roberto. Daniel's his middle name. Listen to me, my friend. I'm on your side here. I want to help. You got to do two things, brother. One, you really should turn yourself in. Just turn yourself in. Because what I would hope is, in a progressive state like California, they would have some mercy on you. They would see that you clearly have an issue. And I think the only way to cure this, the best way to cure this, is to sit you down and have you watch that 12-part video series that also helps men overcome their need for pornography. And don't take my word for it. You need to put your faith and trust, and no pun intended, fully intended actually, in the American Family Association. So there you go. So that's what I would suggest. That's what I would prescribe. The doctor is in, Dr. Connarton. I'm not a real doctor. I don't want to get sued. But I know a little something. Well, I'm not going to say I know a little something about this. But I never personally have licked a doorbell. But maybe a doorknob. No, not that either. I'm kidding, of course.
Wow.
Yeah, and neither is Virtual Glenn, by the way. This is blowing his mind, this whole thing. But, so I don't want to...
Quite a fiasco.
I don't want to say that. In Fiasco, they do that all the time. Where is Fiasco? Is that in California? I think it's just south of Los Angeles, about 30 miles south of L.A. All right, so it says here, the 33-year-old suspect also appeared to relieve himself in the front yard of the property in the Rossi Rico neighborhood of Salinas, KION reported. I'm going to defend him on that one, and here's why. Look, I've been accused of having a small bladder myself, and he was there for 3 hours. I'm sure at the end of the 3 hours, the dude had to go. What do you expect him to go use a bathroom like a normal person? This is clearly not a normal person. So we need to cut him some slack on that, I think. Homeowner Sylvia Dungan was not at home at the time of the incident. What a terrible last name. No offense if anyone listening happens to be named Dungan, but I would change my name. That's, just Dungan. It sounds like, never mind what it sounds like. Let's see. However, her children were asleep inside the property when the doorbell licker triggered the family's surveillance system, which detects movement by the front door, including someone licking the doorbell, apparently. That's a good system. After the home surveillance footage was checked, police were called out to watch the video in which a man can be seen clearly licking the doorbell repeatedly. Quote, the charges he faces are prowling, theft and violation of probation, unquote, Salinas Police Department spokesperson Miguel Cabrera told Newsweek. Quote, "We have no theory as to why he did this. The theft charges stem from the fact Arroyo removed several extension cords connected to Christmas lights from the front yard of the victim's residence." Oh. Well, maybe they were making him feel badly. You know, that he was licking the doorbell. Something about the Christmas lights made him think, you know, this really isn't the season for this. You know, it's more of a summertime thing, I would think, you know, licking a stranger's doorbell for 3 hours. I don't know why I associate that with summer, but isn't, I mean, in that Will Smith song, Summertime, remember that? You know, 2 miles an hour so everybody sees you. Isn't there something in there about licking doorbells? Or maybe there was an episode of the French, the French, did I say French? The Fresh Prince. French Prince would be more of a West Side Manchester thing. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, was there like Carlton? He liked to lick doorbells or something. Maybe that's why I have that association in my mind. I don't know. Seems like something you don't do. You don't do that during the holidays. That's for certain. That's hardly a suitable Christmas present for someone, licking their doorbell. Well, and again, well, never mind. That's for a different show. That's for Matt Connarton Unsheathed. I won't go any further with that. This is Unleashed, and we'll stick to just the facts, ma'am, as the guy from Dragnet used to say. What was his name? Detective something? I can't remember. I'm getting off track, as I often do. Let's see. So it says here, we quote, again, this is the statement from the Salina Police Department spokesperson Miguel Cabrera, quote, "We are familiar with Arroyo from previous contacts, and officers were able to identify him as soon as they saw the images, which are very good in quality," unquote. I have to say, by the way, because there's a link to the video here, this is very good quality. This is like HD. Very exciting. Hello to Jenny, who joins us in the Facebook live chat. Dungan told, I can't get over what a horrible name. I would at least change it a little bit, maybe Dungan. It just sounds awful. It sounds like something you don't want to hear in a doctor's office, you know? Like, I don't ever want to hear, you know, I'm sorry, Mr. Connarton. The throat culture we took shows you have a case of Dungan. I'd be like, Dungan, that sounds terrible. And the doctor would be like, have you been licking doorbells, perhaps? That's one of the ways that Dungan is spread. And I would say, no, I don't do that. It's not summertime. How dare you? Let's see. So Dungan told KION that she can, quote, kind of laugh about it afterwards because technically he didn't do anything. This just kind of reinforces how important it is to have security within your home, unquote. Well, that is true. I mean, it seems relatively harmless. I mean, you know, well, aside from the germs, I mean, that's the thing. I think most of us can agree on this. When you go to ring someone's doorbell, it probably does not occur to you that one should only do so with perhaps gloves. Well, then again, during cold and flu season, which we are in, you might be more conscious or conscientious about that. But outside of that, I mean, it really does seem relatively harmless. My concern, I think, would be if I were the doorbell licker. And again, I just want to say for the record, I've never done any such thing myself, but I am not some deviant, much, but I don't think I would want to do that largely out of concern of perhaps electrocuting myself. I mean, how embarrassing would that be? I did read once there is a deleted scene. You know the film A Christmas Story? You know how he gets his tongue stuck to the what is it, the monkey bars or something during recess at school? That very famous scene. There apparently is a deleted scene where he also gets his tongue stuck to a doorbell, but they decided to take that out for some reason. But if you get I think if you get the DVD of The Christmas Story, if you look in the deleted scenes, you'll find it. Let's see. It says back in August. Yes, back in the summertime when this kind of thing is more permissible. Back in August, a half-dressed woman in what appeared to be broken hand restraints was caught on a home surveillance camera ringing doorbells in Sunrise Ranch, Texas, sparking a police investigation. She was just ringing the doorbells? Clearly an amateur. Jeez.
IPMNation.com.